Hey, hey. All right. So Libras. Libras, I actually just recorded a video for you guys. It's going to take some time to process. It was a very strangely specific message as well. So just know I will release that one as soon as it is ready. But in the meantime, I said in that video, because it's so strangely specific, I'm going to do another one for you guys regardless. So I guess that's the way it has to go. But with this in mind, this is kind of in honor of the Lions Gate portal, which is the 8-8 portal. But really, the energy of Lions Gate kind of begins, right there around like the end of last month, around the 26th of July, and runs until like the 10th or 12th of August. So we're already in that vibe anyway. But this is a time where we have a big alignment between Sirius, the dog star, Orion's belt, the earth, and the sun. And so, with all that in mind, it's a time of great alignment, energetic doors opening up, and sometimes allowing in, a clarity of like energetic downloads. So, we'll keep that in mind. Like I said, the other video is extremely specific. It is about a very weird phone call coming in. You guys can watch that one just as soon as it's done processing. I might release it to members first and let them still maybe watch it if they'd like to beforehand, but I'll release it to everyone as soon as I can. Hi, Renee. So good to see you, babe. Okay, so we start out with the Four of Wands. So this Lionsgate portal could have to do with an alignment for Libra, that could have to do with something that they have wanted. Notice how this hand is reaching. This very much looks like, the Holly Festival or Holy Festival, excuse me, around springtime, where you do the color run. You sprinkle the colorful powders, into the air, and everybody's, these multi-colored, beautiful springtime festivity kind of, festival to participate in. So that could have something to do. This could be something that Libra has wanted to have come into alignment. This can be a card of marriage sometimes. It can be a card of finding the perfect balance of, the job that I want, the home that I want, all these things in my life that are just being really balanced, and I'm finding something that really complements my energy. But I feel like Libra has wanted this for a while, and I'll say that there is an element of this that reminds me very much of the other video right now. I'm using a different deck, but I have to say this is reminiscent. Then we have the King of Pentacles. We could have a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. If there's an alignment right now, I read this first as if it was Libra's energy, but it may not be. This could be a King of Pentacles is like wanting to reach out, wanting to connect to Libra. Specifically, they may have wanted this since around springtime. Really nice to see everybody. Oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations, Miss Bobby. I'm sure you deserved every bit of it, love. Congratulations. Hi, CL. So glad you guys are here. We have the card of Oneness. It is in the reverse. And again, we have these very like beautiful pastel shades. I'm thinking right now that during this alignment, the energetic download or upgrade is actually happening to someone other than Libra. And it's almost like, where is Libra's energy? If they're upgrading, if they're saying, I want this with Libra, I've wanted this for a long time, I'm finally stepping into my King of Pentacles energy, why do we have the card of Oneness in the reverse? It's almost like they elevated to where Libra used to be, but Libra's missing. Where is Libra's energy? Why am I not able to tap into Libra's energy? Libra could be out dating. Libra could be getting wooed and booed by somebody else. We do have an Action of Wands. Libras, this is looking a little bit interesting here. Hang on. We've got a Seven of Pentacles sideways. Look, there's a new player coming to town. This may be one of those alignment energies where everything's in alignment for them to have to really work if they're going to get a chance with Libra, because there's a new kid in town. There's somebody else who wants a shot with Libra, and they are dashing and they are exciting and they are somebody that Libra might be really attracted to, because guess what? It's been a long time. This feels like There is something happening here for Libra where maybe Libra wants a little more lighthearted energy. Maybe they want somebody who woos them. I mean, the Action of Wands can be Mr. or Mrs. Right now, not necessarily Mr. or Mrs. Right. True. But Libra might be ready to have a splash of fun with a brand new, very suave, romantic partner. And there's somebody else, some earth sign, who has just leveled up. And it's like, okay, where's my Libra at? Well, Libra might be otherwise energetically focused on having fun right now. I mean, I hate to say it, but they may be trying to reach out to Libra only to discover Libra's wine and dining and dancing with somebody else. Libra's having a good time. Libra could be on a vacation someplace tropical. We got the sun. Maybe Libra has figured out or is figuring out during this Lionsgate that, you know what, I really want to have a good time. It's been a long time since I had a good time. Look, I'm trying to pick my words carefully here, but I think it's been a while since Libra got their groove on, and I feel like Libra's got their groove back. Libra's having a good time with some new pair of lips. And it doesn't mean that, you know, they don't care about this person or, you know, whomever they're having a dalliance with. What starts out as merely a, you know, what Libra could think is a flash in the pan might not be. This could be, you know, sometimes we assume that a Knight of Wands is just going to be here for a good time, not a long time. Sometimes we're wrong about that. That, or we are simply, I hope that this isn't going to get blurry for Libra, but it could be that while Libra is having a good time with somebody brand new and someone else is getting that download that I'm ready to be this King of Pentacles, I'm ready for something serious, let me reach out to Libra. Maybe Libra's getting the energies crossed. They're picking up on, you know, a new lighthearted lover, but also on a Two of Cups energy. And they're like, somebody's really serious about me. Is it this new lighthearted lover? Or is Libra getting the frequency from the person of the past? It's like I almost feel like we're starting to, you know, if you've ever had like a 3-way phone call with somebody and it's like, it's a lot of, you know, extra energy to have to sort through who's talking, who's going to be silent. This is starting to get, to me, murky and confusing. Can we change decks and just let me ask, what is the message only for Libra right now during Lionsgate? What is the thing coming in for just Libra? Okay, this says beware Libra because all the gateways are opening. We've got that Four of Pentacles and it's like we just unlocked the door. We unlocked and this is like the beautiful palace and it was padlocked. And this says energetic gateways are opening. Everybody can come flooding in. I almost feel like if Libra had a special like protective suit on, like I don't mean like a tinfoil hat, but let's say Libra had been blocking other people's energy for a while, like an empath who put up a big old wall around themselves. During this Lionsgate portal, that wall's coming down, the gateways are opening up, the padlocks are falling away, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, Libra's going to be this tremendous like absorbing of frequency type of, you know, like a raw walking nerve is the best way I could say it. And they're going to be picking up everyone's energy. And right now there's at least 2 people who want Libra. There's somebody who has leveled up who wants Libra, and there's somebody brand new who seems to be wanting to have a good old time. That's how this comes across. Oh, and let's complicate things further, shall we? We've got the Two of Cups again, this time coupled with the Five of Cups. I almost feel like this is going to be like Libra may have an unexpected desire to like cry. And they're like, why am I emotional about the topic of love? And it might be because this person is from somebody of Libra's past. This King of Cups, or excuse me, King of Pentacles might be someone from Libra's past, somebody that Libra once upon a time really wanted truly, madly, deeply. I almost feel like there's this weird, overwhelming circuit power surge coming into Libra. They may have the desire to cry without knowing why, especially on the heels of thinking like, oh, somebody does something nice for me, or I'm picturing somebody who loves me, or this new person is treating me nicely. But why am I suddenly having this sorrow? And I kind of feel like it's because Libra is picking up on kind of like the overwhelming power surge of two people that are like longing for Libra. But I can't figure out if we have two of cups for Libra, or if we have two people that just wish that they could be a two of cups for Libra, and Libra's like feeling their longing and it's like pulling them this way and pulling them this way. That could be a very uncomfortable place to be in. Especially if Libra's been, like I said, like an empath who learned to protect themselves, but right now the shield's coming down and they're feeling everything. They're feeling everybody else's needs, wants. Eight of Cups. It also feels like Libra is going to, during this Lionsgate, they may suddenly have a real, like, again, open doorway of the memories of what happened with someone previously. Remember, like, when I loved them. Remember when things ended and I walked away from them, or they walked away from me. That could be where that surge of sorrow is coming from as well. So we could have a blend of great joy and crying. Libra could have a great date with a brand new person, have a wonderful time, laugh, 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 go home and start to cry, remembering an ex. That ex is still here, especially right now, sending out the I'm here now, Libra. I'm ready to be married. I'm ready to do long term. Where's Libra at? Where's their energy? I got to tap into them. Maybe that's the best way I could describe this, because we go from like heaven to hell in this story, and we got two of cups energy, and we've got leaving, walking away. But I feel like that's almost like remembering the sorrow of that, and all these memories come flooding in. So can I ask this, because maybe this is more important? What is the best advice to Libra when the memories of a past situation come flooding in? I firmly believe in this storyline. Like, I want to read that past person as the King of Pentacles. Okay. King of Swords sideways. Okay, hang on. Let me get one more. This is the energy of, the best advice as far as past memories flooding in for Libra is to like take charge of them in that Libra energy, step into the, divine masculine energy and address things. We have the Strength card and we have the Eight of Cups upright. It may be that Libra needs to remember not just like, oh, it was really sad when we parted ways, but why did Libra part ways with that person? Maybe there's a really good reason Libra is happy that they walked away from that ex, and remembering not just like, oh gosh, I just had a really great date with somebody new, but now I'm remembering an ex. I'm remembering how sad it was because, God, I thought they were my Two of Cups, but then it was really sad when they walked away or I walked away. But the universe is like, hey, now let's remember there was a valid reason for walking away. Maybe it's just that they couldn't have been a good partner at that time. Maybe Libra wasn't ready to be their partner. Whatever it was, it kind of says there was a valid reason. So there isn't anything to be sad over. There's nothing missed if the timing wasn't right. Universe, can I see though, what is the potential for Libra and that past person? Knight of Cups. Look, all I can say is in this storyline, Libra's still probably going to have to deal with the emotions of the past person, because the Knight says somebody is moving toward the other one. Now, my guess is that this is going to be that person of the past who comes looking for Libra. And it's just maybe the preparation. Maybe that's why they'll come into Libra's mind, because it's like, all right, prepare, Libra. Here they come. Ready or not, here they come. So it gives Libra a chance to like set their energy straight and say, all right, if I'm about to hear from an ex who, I could feel really emotional about these memories, but let me deal with the emotions first. Then let me settle my energy and say there was a reason that it didn't work out in the past. Okay, so now it's almost like having a reset of emotions before dealing with it again in the present, because it does feel like they're coming back in during this time, and they're coming in with the intention of, will you love me again, Libra? Will you pick me now? With that Lover's card, Gemini energy there. Is there a potential that this is now the correct divine timing. And we do see the divine hovering in the background here. We have a Three of Swords. We have the Justice card. I don't know. I do not know. Could it work now? Maybe this is the only way to ever make this right. Here's Libra, but here is this broken heart. Here is this devastating, like, broken heart, but it's growing roses out of it now. This could be the opportunity to course correct everything with this person of the past during this Lionsgate portal. Or at minimum, it is the opportunity for Libra to maybe have some kind of closure with this person in the event they're like, okay, I did think of you recently, apparently, because it was prepping me for you showing up. And as I thought of you and I thought of how much I loved you, and I also thought of the very valid reasons why we didn't work out, now I see you again, and you bring in love again, and you ask me to be yours again. But I do remember there was a very good reason. If there was a betrayal, it's like, I'm not taking you back. That could also be the answer to this. It all depends on what the situation was with Libra. But it is a chance to readdress a very important connection that was more or less like a doorway was closed and locked for a period of time. And it almost feels like this is going to be the period of time to readdress it. Okay, but we still have to talk. Sorry, Libras, but we can never do an uncomplicated Libra video, right? We still have to talk about this new person, because there is somebody new. I want to say quite the dandy, somebody spicy and somebody attractive and somebody that Libra might be having some fun with, although admittedly maybe lighthearted, not really sure that it would go the distance. Let's go ahead and take a look at whatever the message may be about this particular person. Hi, everyone. So glad to see you guys. We have Temperance upright. It is about keeping it in balance. If Libra's having a nice time with somebody, great. You know, if Libra says, I don't see me falling in love with this person, but gosh, we laugh together and this is really fun and maybe just what I needed, then keep that in perspective. Don't try to make something more than what it is. Enjoy something for what it is. We have a Page of Pentacles. It does, I'm not trying to dismiss this new person, because there was a potential maybe this person was going to be way more important. But at least here the universe says, don't try to force more emotion into a situation than is truly there. If it's fun, if it's flirty, if it's joyful, awesome. But again, if it is still something that doesn't have the power to like touch Libra's heart and rock their world, I think the reason we're seeing it this way, and maybe why I'm about to say what I'm about to say, is because keep in mind, if Libra's like energetic shields are coming down and they're going to be an empath that's like absorbing everybody's emotions and wants and desires and feeling all of that, it's really important, maybe especially during this portal, for Libra to stay really balanced and say, I know how my heart feels. If I'm just having a nice time with somebody, but I'm not head over heels in love with them, let me not transfer feelings of maybe the stress, the highs and the lows, the love, the, you know, frustration, all the old memories of an ex who's about to show back up. Let me not say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and jump toward this new person who I don't really feel strong emotions for, but I'm going to transfer all the mixed up power associated with the ex, and then I'm going to distribute it over to this new person and then try to pretend that the new person obviously has to be the love of my life. I think this says keep it real. Know how Libra actually feels and don't deviate from that. If this is fun and that's what it is, call it what it is. Don't accidentally transfer more. Keep it as, you know, don't give more energy to a connection than what is warranted. 8 of Cups. And if Libra already knows, I don't see this going the distance, we got a lot of Libra walking away, right? We got the 8 of Cups before, where Libra dealt with that ex. We got the 8 of Cups upright with somebody new. I'm not saying that a new person is destined for Libra not to want to stay with. It could go the other way, but it says Libra has to stay really balanced. If they don't want something to go the distance, and right out of the gate, we already saw this is like, I don't think so. I don't see this long term. I see this as fun. I see this as swift. I see this as enjoyable. I don't see this as something I'm staying in. That's okay. That's okay. It's just all about Libra trying to sift through all these muddled emotions. And especially when we're dealing with two people, one past, one new, not sure about what to do with either scenario. That's really what it looks like Libra's going to be sifting through during this portal. But let's ask this: why is that specifically like the big energy, or the big, we could maybe say, lesson, or the alignment for Libra? Like, is there a benefit to Libra having this to cope with? Yeah, Queen of Cups. It's matters of the heart. And if anything, Libra might be able to finally get their own cup filled. Meaning, look, we got two people that both want a piece of Libra. Libra's got choices to make. Maybe it's about time that their cup is filled, and it's about time that Libra chooses who they want instead of chooses who they got to keep walking away from. Four of Cups says there have been, look, certainly that X thinks that they missed an opportunity with Libra. If somebody wants to come back in and Libra actually wants to give them a second chance, there may be that opportunity for Libra to say yes to that person of the past, or for Libra to close the door firmly and say, never again. It's your missed opportunity. I'm looking elsewhere for things to fill my cup. But I think the big message here is for Libra to finally want to fill their own cup, not assume that they always have to have complicated situations, not believe that they have to let an ex back in, but also not to slam a door shut if they actually still want this person. There's nothing to say the ex did something heinous, but there is, for some reason, there was a walking away in the past. And again, only Libra knows what they, why this happened and what they would still accept back and what's a deal breaker. But all of this says it's about time that Libra puts their own wants first and connects to the universe and asks the universe for exactly what they want. Instead of Libra saying, well, I guess I still think of this person or that, but it's complicated. Maybe it's time for Libra to just say, I only want to ask the universe for what I actually want to fill my heart. Yes, we have a couple of energies around Libra, but Libra doesn't have to pick either one of those. They can pick something new. But it is time for like a little bit of, energetic decisiveness. This does look like Libra wanted an apology from that person of the past with that Page of Cups. Maybe that's really important. I want an apology from them. I want that. The Devil in the reverse. I wanted closure. I want to have, hurt, pain, and frustration lifted off of my shoulders. Yes, I'd like to hear from that ex. Yes, I'd like to be sought after. Yes, I think Libra's wanted healing for a long time. And even though this seems a little bit overwhelming in this story, I actually think it's a lot of good stuff coming toward Libra. Can we get one last card to describe that Two of Cups that we saw come out twice? Okay, Judgment. So if this has been a wish, you notice that this is like I've sent this thought out into the universe many times. If Libra and this other person have still kept each other on one another's minds, maybe that's the reason the alignment is happening now. Because even here we have like walking on this little boardwalk out into the cosmos. Maybe it's a clear conduit right now for energies that actually still miss each other, have unfinished business together. Even if the unfinished business is just to say, I really did love you. I'm sorry we ended badly. I'm sorry I can't go back and undo whatever happened, but I need to know that I wish that I could, and maybe that's all Libra really needs to hear, and then they can let this person go. Or it's that it is the alignment time for what people truly wish for their hearts to come into alignment, and then to finally go ahead and gravitate toward course correcting this. If it's time to be together or it's time to heal something and let each other go, either way, that's what this alignment seems to be about. Is the Judgment card is all about making peace with things. And I would definitely say that's what the big opportunity is for Libra during this Lionsgate. Finally, I can let some hurt and pain go, let go of a feeling of a disappointment or a missed opportunity. Again, I can't say whether or not it looks like Libra is going to be back with somebody, because that's up to them. But there's certainly a potential for that should Libra want that outcome. I don't see this side note of this other new person. I don't see that going anywhere. I honestly think that's kind of an odd Side note, it just complicated things. Maybe it's because Libra's going to, like meet that new person at approximately the same time and then have to say, like, what am I doing? Is this really what I want? And it's not to disrespect that new person, but it seems kind of lighthearted and not very long lasting. So I don't know that it's going to touch Libra's heart at all. I don't know if it's just sometimes we meet the wrong person to help us recognize that it's a wrong person, and that it doesn't impact us so much. And then we can, kind of move on and focus our energy on the things that do really matter. So if Libras wanted a reconciliation, it's there in this storyline for sure. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you so much for being with me. As I said, you guys will get another Libra video. I'll probably release it to members first, as it's still processing, and then I will release it here as well. Probably not until tomorrow, because I don't think it'll be ready until tomorrow. Gigi, I am her. Wonderful to see you. Thanks again. Renee, you were first in the house. CL, hey, darling. Raymar, wonderful to catch you. RT, Broken Beef for Bliss. Hi, Vivian. Nola, hang on. Non-Halanine? I'm sorry, I know I botched your name, but thank you for being here, sweetheart. Jem, Christina Alphabet. Hey, Alan Smith, shout out to you in England. So great to see you, Kristen Alphabet. And Fallen Raven, Black Butterfly 25, Creepy but Beautiful. I so love your name. Libra Prime 1. Hi, Solomon. Wonderful to see you, hun. Thank you. Tarot Troll. Hey. So great to catch you guys. Thanks again. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. I'm going to go to, I think, Leo next, and we'll do a couple more videos for our zodiacs tonight. All right. Bye for now, guys. Take care.